What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Party Next Shore. And today, I'm here to do a little something different. Today, we're gonna be reacting to The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 2. Now, I had mentioned, I was like, hey, would some of y'all be interested if I started recapping to the Atlanta franchise? And y'all was like, yeah. And some of y'all was like, yes. I said, okay, we're gonna test it out. If you don't know, I'm a big fan of The Housewives. I watch Potomac, I watch Atlanta, I watch Ultimate Girls Trio. The rest of the series, I'm kind of like, I dibble and dabble. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support that you guys send me. And check out some of my other videos on this channel if you're new to here. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's just get started with my thoughts. So the reason I didn't recap last week was because not much happened. Really, majority of the stuff happened at the end. I was like, well, I can just say my thoughts when we get into this week. But the two things I did want to talk about was that Candy got into it with this new girl. Her name is Courtney. Now Courtney come up there bobbing and Candy talking about stuff. Oh, you said we was friends and we not friends. And which I'm like, girl, if Candy said we friends, man, we friends. What's the issue? I'm like, what she say on BGC? Let her get her camera time, please. And then we also got Kenya telling Sheree that Martell slid in her DMs like 2 years ago.
He tried to DM me. So he tried to DM you.
Well, she said 6 months, but it was billed to be 2 years. In which, me personally, I was just like, okay, he's sliding her DMs, what's the issue? Obviously, you didn't want him because you didn't slide back, so what you want the boy to do? But pick up on Candy and that girl getting into it, in which Candy was like, I would headbutt her. Candy always want to headbutt somebody.
I'm about to headbutt this bitch.
So they separate, Sonya trying to calm everything down. Then we also see Martell and the girl, in which Martell is sassy. Mama says, I ain't never seen him before on any of his other shows. Apparently he was on, what was it, Love and Marriage, something like that. But they said he did his previous wife dirty, so I don't know. He do give me like opportunists and just on the come up vibe. Something about his vibe is just really off. But you know, that's what Sheree want. That's what Sheree want. I feel like them trying to bombard her. If you're really my friend, okay, yes, this man may not be good for me, but let me figure that out. Let me see that on my own. Just let me be happy for right now. Let me be delusional. You know, as friends, your friend always messing off with someone who they ain't got no business messing off with. That's just a given. I'm the type first go around, okay, I'm gonna give you advice and stuff, but I know you're not gonna listen. And when you ready to listen, I'll be right here. And in the process, you know, I know you're gonna come to me crying because this person did you wrong. Come on. I told you, but come on. So yeah, where we pick up from visually, it's like Sheree and that girl Courtney, they didn't link back up. They didn't all move downstairs or whatever because Sonya was with them. King. It was like everybody. Because that's when Sonya hit them with the costume, the dress chain, and she said, I'm about to leave y'all because I need to go be with my husband. I want to go be with my man. I said, I know that's right. So then they get back on the topic of this DM that Martell allegedly, well not allegedly, he did send it. It was real, he sent that DM to Kenya like 2 years ago. Like it was in 2020. Honestly, it really wasn't nothing to bring up because Kenya had to accept the message anyways to see it. I wouldn't even have remembered that the man slid in my DMs, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was something to talk about, you know, if that's your friend, ain't that your friend? Just bring it up on the low, like, look, you know, he slid, but it wasn't nothing, I promise you, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't much to just create this whole ordeal about, but then Martell, probably out here accepting on everybody's DMs, so Kenya like, what you trying to you trying to address me?
Were you trying to address me?
A lot of commotion happened. They get into it because Martell cussed at her or something like that. And then Kenya's like, who are you addressing this queen? This queen right here.
I don't care about trying to no. You did it to your ex-wife and you're gonna do it to Sheree. Once a cheater, always a cheater, you f***ing piece of shit.
You know, they back and forth. Martell is not holding back. He giving it right back to her. In a sense, is Kenya right? In a sense, like, you know, Sheree, this is the same type of dude that you were attracting when it comes to like Bob and other stuff. To a certain extent, yeah. Let her figure that out on her own. Don't be that friend. You can always tell the friend that man who can't get a man. And like I said, it was 2 years ago. At this point, 3 years. Kenya, you didn't want him, so you went to Sheree. Next case. We finally get to see Miss Drew. Drew had to go to Chicago and had a family emergency when it comes to her father. You know, he has Alzheimer's disease, so it's just a lot of stuff new to her, you know. Seeing her dad in a wheelchair, getting sick, you know, not remembering her sometimes. I bet that could be a lot, just seeing your parents get old when you always just see them in like a certain light and just see them just, I know. So I do think it's something that Ralph should have went with her with, but I'm not gonna speak too much on that because they probably had an understanding, like, I'm gonna go down and take care of this. You can just chill here, take care of the kids. So I'm not gonna speak on that too much. But Drew is back on her little music career, you know. I didn't know Drew used to be in a girls group called Mo Temple. She said she was the Beyonce of the group. I'm like, okay. But they asked her, they're like, okay, how are you and Ralph doing? She said, we're in a good place. I think this is the best place we've been. I said, I know a nervous laugh when I hear a nervous laugh. That was really forced, child. Don't catch it. And then Ralph started telling Drew about the party that happened. I feel like this season, everybody got a green screen. Sonya's sister got a green screen interview. Ralph got a green screen interview. And I already gave Courtney one. I'm like, You don't know her just yet. Y'all should've, if that's the case, the cookie lady should've got a green screen that season. But Ralph was just telling Drew how Courtney his cousin, Courtney was the one that got into it with Candy. And Drew was just like, ooh, your jeans are spicy. Anyways, we see Sonya and Candy link up, and I like them together. They look kind of cool. They done went on a little Disney trip together. They say Sonya just be trying to be around Candy just for some clout. That could be true, but also I think they vibe well with each other, and I'm sure their kids and stuff got a good relationship. Speaking of kids, one thing about it, Candy gonna have her family working. You see Ace and Candy did a little KFC commercial. I'm like, y'all better work. But then Sonya started talking about the family dynamic within their household, in which her family want to move back to Florida. But last week's episode, you know, they was kind of sick. They low-key sick of Sonya. Not like sick of her, but like, it's a lot of different dynamics. Mind you, it's about fitting them people up in their household, right? So, the sister trying to create her own individual structure with her kids, right? And then, you know, it's hard to do that when Sonya has a different style of parenting. Like the sister said, we getting ready for dinner and stuff like that. It's time to sit and eat, and here you come, oh, y'all wanna go outside. And of course the kid gonna be like, yes. And it's right before dinner time. And if I say no, now I'm the bad guy. And I was like, you know, everybody has a point. So it sounds like we need to start looking for our own houses. It sounds like we need to start getting our own places. But that's just what it sounds like to me. Anyway, Sonya just talking about how some of her family want to move back to Florida, but she's still conflicted. And he's also talking about how, you know, she got her own individual issues with Ty. You know, Ty feel like Candy not there as much or not supporting his dream. Cause Ty is working on this movie. I feel like the thing with Ty and Candy, they just got their hands in so much stuff. So it could be hard to like, give each other that same attention and that same respect back to each other. You already know Candy got like 1,000 side hustles and businesses going on. Same with Todd. That's how she met Todd through production. Somebody gonna feel like something is lacking, so they just get to a point like, okay, we just gonna chill out, but that's just not Candy and Todd. They are going to work. I feel like they just have to find that balance. That's why Candy was so mad at Courtney. It had nothing to do with Courtney. She was really going off on Todd. She said I would headbutt you. She really want to headbutt Todd, but I really hope they get it together because I do not want to see Candy and Todd get a divorce. I do not want to see a headline, they are getting a divorce. That would literally break my heart. Kim and Corey are already getting divorced. I never thought I would see that. I don't need the same for Candy and Todd. So now Sonya being messy, trying to tell Candy about this whole thing that Courtney said. So apparently last week was Sheree, it was Sonya, Sheree, and Courtney. Courtney said something about, oh, you know, I go to this spot and Candy had reposted the spot and a whole bunch of people came, they were ghetto. Yeah. Why would you say that? Like, why you wanna have beef with Candy? Candy ain't did that to nobody. But Sonya put her foot in her mouth because Candy said, okay, so when she called me ghetto, what did you say? Ooh, Sonya.
Yeah, so you didn't take up for me.
I mean,
Ghetto.
Sonya cannot handle these housewives. Like, she didn't call you ghetto. She was talking about situation. I mean, I stood up the whole time. She just laughing with the ops. Anyways, next scene, we see Todd and Candy. They in the blaze, and Todd just talking about how he want to open up all these restaurants. He want to do a Mexican restaurant. He want to do Ace Pizza restaurant. I'm not against it. Go ahead, because that is, if you can set up that generational wealth, go right ahead. However, y'all already butting heads on like little stuff right now. You know, I feel like Kingdom, they got enough money. They could take a year or a couple months to themselves to just, let's regroup, you know? Let's date each other again, you know? Like they got money. And the restaurant business is not going nowhere. They don't always have to like hop on everything so quickly. Also, I'm not knocking the hustle because I'm here for black wealth and black excellence and to pass on that generational wealth. So, hey, but then, you know, they do this food taste because they want to taste these new products and stuff for the restaurant. But then the producer he said, okay, well, can I ask a question? I said, okay, so are we not gonna address the elephant in the room? Huh? The elephant? And the elephant in the room was basically an employee was shot at Candy restaurant, the OLG. They was like, we're not gonna talk about this right now because it's still a legal matter. That's why Candy cousin, when he was in this thing, he got shot because somebody came to the restaurant intoxicated, Her and her cousin, the cousin and that person got into it, pulled out a gun, yeah, shot him.
Allegedly. The lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
Candy says she hates that this situation is associated with their brand. People are still supporting, but they was like, we're not talking about it. It's still legal. It's nothing we can talk about. Sheray's so messed up. She was like, we don't know if we going to OLG. We gonna get bullets or biscuit. How did you even let that roll off your tongue like that? Next we see Kenya meet up with a friend, Akila and the Beast, something like that. But she meet up with this friend. I'm like, I ain't never seen this friend before. Who this woman? But you know, her kids and them are playing. They talk about Kenya, you know, how now she's divorced. We're getting a divorce and she's got this new man. Then we see Sonya meet up with Sheree, and Sheree talking about how she's a grandma now. I said, oh, okay. Kyra had a baby, and the baby looks adorable. And then they discussed the Martell situation again. Sheree felt like, you know, Martell felt ambushed, and why does Kenya always put these abusive or aggressive title to these black men? Because she tried to do that with Sonya's husband last year when he said, don't with my wife. Now she's saying it again with Martell. So Sheree is just like, why does she keep trying to put these titles with these men? Sheree, you gotta check Fred, because she said it shows like Sheree digmatized, and then here go her friend. At this big age, who is you? Who is she? Also, Kenya, I'm not feeling the blonde wig fish. I'm just not feeling it, sorry. Next we see Drew in the studio dropping some beats.
Well, Candy, why don't you check around Puerto Rico and see if there's a studio we can go drop some beats.
That's all I thought was that Nene Leakes mean. She working on some new music. Then we see Sheree in the She by Sheree factory. She was looking at this, she was like, why are these going out wrinkled? And I was like, oh, we can steam them. Sheree says, is that an extra charge? She said, yes. Sheree said, I'm already on a budget. The girl basically wanted to say, well, then be quiet and let us package this up and send them out. But she was talking about the fashion stuff. I still ain't seen them clothes on the website, because whatever they had at the fashion show looked nice. I go to the website, it's $200 hoodies. Sheree. I wanted to support, but when I went on their website the first time and saw emoji shorts that I can get off Amazon for $300 in that facility, man. But then they was talking about how the website was shut down. But she was like, they wish they could say they had a website that crashed. I said, I know that's right. Kenya pulled up on Sheree, they talking whatever, then they talking about how Kenya went out and filmed that DirecTV commercial, which was so cool. Like all the housewives and the Dallas Cowboys, I thought that was really nice. Sheree said something, I forgot what she said exactly, but then Kenya gonna say something. No, she was talking about Martell, and Martell was Capricorn. Here go Kenya. I always attract Capricorn. See, you say little comments like that and then be surprised when someone check you. But anyways, they talking about the situation that happened at hand. And I'm kind of siding with Sheree. Like, if you really felt like this was something I needed to know, you could have been told me this. We done had so many sit downs and we done talked about this for, you know, forever, but you want to wait till we get on the cameras and now you want to tell me this man is slid in your DMs. Kenya talking about some, well, I forgot. You ain't forget about nothing. Kenya don't never forget about nothing. Kenya basically saying like how he was being very overly aggressive and he was doing too much and she didn't like that. Sheree was like, okay, but the same can be said for you. Like, can he not defend himself? He stated that he could be defensive, but he don't have to be abusive. And I'm just like, you know, Kenya does kind of throw this abusive claim out there. Was Martell being sassy and, you know, was he disrespectful? Yes. But abusive vibes, we can't really put that on him just yet because we have not seen much of him to say, oh, you're an abuser. That's kind of like unfair to put that claim on somebody. I guess some stuff could be triggering, but I'm like, Sheree, is it okay for you to be aggressive or whatever? Is it okay for you to come off a bit extreme much? You can't say somebody this and you doing the same thing. And Kenya said something like you basically making the same mistake, you know, because look how Bob talk to you and look at what you. I'm like, that's okay. It's kind of a cop out because what does this have to do with anything? So yeah, I definitely feel like they just throwing around that abusive word. And Kenya, like, we just gonna have to agree to disagree. And yeah. Next week, Mama Joy still disrespecting Ty. And I'm just like, Mama, let this go. Candy married to that man. And they've been married since I've been in high school. Let that man go. And then we get to see a Drew and Candace from Housewives of Potomac link up. A link up I never thought I needed until now. Well, yeah, Candace pulling dude. She called Drew. She like, pull up on me on tour, sing a song. I'm like, please, Real Housewives guys, please let there be a remix of Drive Back with Drew Sidor. You know I'm gonna drive that. Ain't that. But then we also see Drew versus Marlo, in which I forgot about Marlo, honestly, but Marlo said, you know, my nephew is dead. My nephew is dead. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what happened? What's going on? So, I don't know, but what did you guys think of this episode? What did you guys think of this recap? Would y'all like me to keep on recapping? I'll probably still do it. Put all your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.